Hey listeners, this is Jason and William from Cinematic Fantastic, and we are on another one of our crazy missions to check out movies at the movie theater and let you know what we think and if we enjoyed it or not, whatever. We are about to start the movie very shortly, and the movie this time is Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. Is that correct, William?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
This is the sequel to the 2019 Lord and Miller film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So it's Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse. There's supposed to be a sequel to this movie, like a part 2 called Beyond the Spider-Verse. I don't know. Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Part 3.
Part 3, Beyond the Spider-Verse, or whatever they call it. So this one's probably going to end on a cliffhanger. That's all I know. I don't know a super ton about this movie. I've tried to stay away from any kind of spoilers at all. Friends that have seen this movie have given it high praise. The reviews out are very good. I really liked the first one. I thought it was one of the best Spider-Man movies that have been around for a long time. I think, as far as animated or live action, I think the one that came probably closest would be No Way Home. But there's a lot fuller enjoyment with these kind of movies anyway. So we got the same cast, probably new villains. We got some new Spider-Men actually from all over the Spider-Verses. It looks like a lot of fun. The art style is all over the place. I think it's crazy what the work they put into these movies. But I am very jazzed to see this. I don't have any predictions. Do you have any predictions on the movie? Anything you want to look for?
No, but people definitely do say that this movie is highly expressive. Every frame oozes with creativity, especially in the first one, but especially in this movie because, they split it into a second part, for goodness sakes. So it must have been lots of great animation, lots of little details hidden absolutely everywhere, every single place.
So much they couldn't fit it into one movie.
Yes. And that is also a worry, is people say it is too long for what content there is in this movie.
It's 2 hours. 2 hours is a good, solid movie.
People say that the first act was really stretched out. We'll have to see to what extent. But people say that took a lot of time of the movie, was that first act. So
I don't care. I'm just gonna take what this is, and again, this is probably like a 4-hour movie that they've split into 2. Kind of like what they did with some of the Lord of the Rings movies, where you felt like it was going to lead into the next movie. But hey, we'll tell you guys what we think when we come out. We're about to go in and see Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Check you in a little bit.
What's up, Dangers?
What's up, Dangers?
I was going to say that, but Dad...
no, that's good.
For me.
You
jumped the gun on that.
No, you didn't. That was good.
Yeah, that's good.
I didn't get a chance to say anything. Yeah, that was fine.
Well, your intro was more mediocre, but still.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Dangers? We just watched Across the Spider-Verse.
Wow.
Okay, this movie definitely deserved to be split off into its own. It is a whole thing into itself. Act 1, which spanned from, of course, the intro where she's playing in a band, she's playing drums. Like
Gwen Stacy is playing in a band.
Is the she.
Yes, thank you.
All the way to when Miles Morales hops into the dimensional portal, as we see at the very end of the first movie, Into Spider-Verse. People are saying that with Act 1 was really long, but it's if you consider it as one part of 2 movies,
I think it was satisfying.
It's just an intro.
It's satisfying. I thought it was satisfying. I wasn't thinking about something's too long, something's not. I'll tell you what I thought about the end of the movie, but...
Yeah, but I like, most importantly, especially about this Act 1 segment, was how the character development.
Yes.
Character development was key here. Gwen was great.
Yeah.
She was awesome. I loved her
She's a big part
immensely.
Of this movie.
She was great. I loved her fashion sense.
Gwanda.
I loved her being expressed as a character, and especially her and her dad, and all these stuff in this pastel dimension she lives in. I don't know. It's just
art style.
Man.
Yeah. Okay.
Everyone has a character arc in this movie.
Fantastic. The art styles are fantastic, and they changed depending on different things. There's a character that you'll see who is called Spider-Punk, and a lot of his designs of even the portal that he created and even his world
are based off of newspapers
and graffiti and kind of this very punky kind of You know,
he's against society and politics and anarchy. He is an anarchist.
He's an anarchist. He absolutely is. And
also, there was this Spider-Man or Spider-Woman on a motorcycle. She was pregnant. That's also another fact.
There's Jessica.
That got brought up really.
Well, Jessica Drew in the comic books was pregnant while she was Spider-Woman.
Well, the weird thing is, like, at the beginning of the movie, Gwen is like, "Can you adopt me?" And I was like, taken much aback. I was like, okay.
She really likes her, but the thing is that was before she realized that she might not be on the right side.
There are also cameos from all different sorts of Spider-Man, animals.
Yeah.
Every medium, especially.
Even video game. There's even video game references.
Video games. There's the Lego that got its own spot.
Oh,
which
wow.
I was surprised it got a decent little spot at the beginning. There was the live-action Spider-Man, and
Andrew Garfield was in there. Oh,
Andrew Garfield was in
there. You do see what's his name? Tobey Maguire looking at Uncle Ben. Yeah, the whole mythos of Spider-Man is brought up, and it's given a big depth to this. In fact, or even the death of a policeman, and we might think is like, oh, it's a
canon event.
It was called a canon event
in the Spider-Verse.
It's like
something that is canon is something that has to happen in order for Spider-Man to be Spider-Man. He needs his hardships.
It's like Spider-Man. It's like Batman losing the Waynes. It's very. Or I thought about this too, William. Is there's an upcoming movie, The Flash, where you deal with things that were formative to the Flash, or Barry Allen, which is the death of his mother. So if he prevents that, he doesn't become the Flash. He becomes just this ne'er-do-well teenager. So that's the thing. Without these hardships and things in their life, what do they become?
And that's sort of a spoiler at the very end as well.
That's part of this movie.
Overall, in this, Miles Morales is really facing, like, who is he? He's trying to make an identity for himself, something different from the people around him. Yeah. And that he's having a whole character arc about that.
Everybody wants to tell him who he's supposed to be. From his parents to the spider people, everybody is telling him who he's supposed to be, even what he's meant to be or wasn't meant to be. And only he can tell himself, really. That's the true meaning is only.
And of course, animation-wise, every frame did indeed have something, just so much love, so much care into it. The voice acting, of course, was immense. There was lots of character emotion. That was part.
Very effective emotion on many points. Yes.
Yes.
Thumbs up.
It was a definite 10 out of 10 for me. I mean, you could say there were some things.
I got one thing. You want to hear what I thought? Okay. The movie was building and building and building. I kind of felt this way at the end of Fellowship of the Ring. Is that it was building and building. It builds
and builds and builds, but when you have a part 2, you have to find somewhere to cut it off.
You do, spoiler alert: there's a part 2 coming. I think probably in a year.
It's part 3 of the whole saga, probably the final movie, unless something changes. But beyond the Spiderverse,
if it's as good as this or better, I mean, amazing, cherry on top. But this movie, I could have sat there for another hour.
They have to split it off, or else, like, what? You're going to squish all this lovely animation into just, 2 hours? All this happening, and you have to cut so many scenes?
It did slow down at the end. I would tell you, it did slow down.
They don't want to cut anything.
It slowed down at the end, but it was very suspenseful, knife edge, kind of situation.
I feel like the Act 1 didn't have that much of an issue, as there were still many different events going on.
Yeah.
That it felt like, the movie was still whole. It still felt like an Act 1. It wasn't way too long, but it wasn't too short either, really. It just, it took the correct amount of place you'd expect.
I could have kept going. I honestly could have kept going. It left you wanting more. Would you say that? Would you agree to that? You wanting more.
There is more coming. And, of course, they wouldn't be able to fit it in just 2 hours.
No, and this is
it disappointed some people, but it's understandable.
Well, this movie was jam-packed with stuff, and you can't please everybody, but I'm just saying, I think the fact that it cut off and said to be continued, it's kind of like, and it was building. The music was building. You knew it was coming. I felt it. I knew it was coming, and I still went.
And the thing is, yeah, because thing is, due to story structure, Act 1 is going to begin on a low. Because, of course, there's always with a movie, there's, you're in the calm place, and then you got that rising tension.
Yes, definite
builds,
rising.
And then the denouement,
yes,
which is, the conflict is solved, or at least partially solved.
So right now, we don't have the release of tension. We're going to be tense for a whole nother...
It's rather that they're going to have to release some tension at the next...
This is Infinity War. This movie is Infinity War. Okay, and the next movie is Endgame.
Endgame began with they were all trapped in space, and so it's this calm, like, we're trapped in space.
And almost everybody's dead. Right.
Everyone's dead. It's more solemn. It's not riding on the. It's not continuing to ride on the high, really. So I feel like it's going to do that. It's going to sort of reset somewhat. There will be heightened stakes still.
If you like Easter eggs, there's tons in here to like.
But the stakes will get higher.
Okay. But if you like Easter eggs, there's tons to point out. And honestly, I did
watch it in streaming.
I saw a video.
Watch it in theaters too.
I think Canadian Lad put out a video that said 301 Easter eggs. I'm not looking at it. I didn't look at it till tonight. I'll probably look at it later tonight. But anyway, and that's great. And this is, and people have been talking a lot lately about this, William, is fan service. What's wrong with somebody going, you want the best Spider-Man story we can do with giving you all this stuff to
I will be surprised if none of these three movies
there's nothing wrong with fan
win
service.
Any Oscars, or at least this movie and the next movie. I'm surprised. I will be surprised if they don't win something.
But William, I don't need
if they don't get great recognition.
No, yeah, of course. But I don't need this to win Oscars for it to please me.
And especially in the field of animation, the field of animation can be terrible.
Yeah.
They can shut you down and all the things. But
here's the thing.
They have room to grow.
They spent less money on making this movie.
When people think of animation, they think of Little Mermaid. This isn't Little Mermaid, people. This isn't even the live action.
Or Pixar.
This isn't even the live action Little Mermaid. This is better.
Here's the thing that I would tell you is they spent $100 million, I think, making the movie, the anime, and they spend twice that on Pixar movies and don't even look this good. So it really put Disney to shame. It really did. I mean, it's very rebellious and very we're going to do whatever we want to do. We're going to be and it just...
And I mean, especially that credit scene, the credits looked like it had to have been hand-drawn. It looked like it had to have been...
You mean the opening credit? Yeah, of course.
No, the closing credits.
The closing credits were decent. I'm sorry. There's a animated closing credits thing. And yeah, it was all but of course they do use computers a lot to do a lot of the artistry, but there's a human hand involved in it.
Yes,
there's a humanity in this that I'm seeing. But honestly, I'm kind of, my brain is exhausted, but in a good way.
Yeah, do you want to hop into some spoiler territory, or? Okay, so the villain of this #1 is the future Spider-Man, which is sort of surprising to me.
Spider-Man 2099.
2099 Spider-Man. You can remember that slightly by Cyberpunk 2077, the game that came out recently.
It's Miguel O'Hara.
It's Miguel O'Hara. And then there's also
He's so serious.
What's his name? Just the Blob or the Spot?
The Spot. And he is, and you know what? He is a second-rate Spider-Man villain. There's tons of second-rate Spider-Man villains. There's even one called the Armadillo in this that Miles just punches in the face just real quick, and he's done. But here's the thing. What if there's a second-rate Spider-Man villain that's I'm tired of being second-rate, and he's got something to prove, and he makes some decisions that are just not...
Or rather a second-rate supervillain.
Right. Well, he doesn't want to be known as second-rate, so he's he's going to totally power up. He's going to destroy everything. Honestly, it surprised me that they could take a second-rate Spider-Man villain and make him as dangerous as they did. That was. At
first, I thought it was an alternate Spider-Man, but he was a grandpa. Instead, he was an entirely different thing.
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
He's just some out of shape nerd that got blasted.
Blasted by the reactor.
Yeah, the reactor. They connected it. They connected it to Miles Morales' origin. In fact, Miles Morales' origin is brought up in this. Where is the spider from that bit him? Turns out the spider that bit him
is from an alternate universe. Yes. And this, it's a whole this character. He's having this character arc, and he's facing the adversity, and then learning that he wasn't meant to be. He
was never supposed to be Spider-Man.
He was never meant to be Spider-Man.
Miles Morales
and anyway.
Another alternate universe was supposed to be Spider-Man and didn't get the bit, and so at the end of this movie, you meet alternate Miles Morales, and boy, has he gone wrong. And we're going to face that at the beginning, I'm sure, of the next movie. But yes, the Spot is the main villain. But the other thing that's a main villain is somebody telling you who you're supposed to be.
The Beyond the Spider-Verse will likely begin with, him facing, a darker version of himself. What he could have been.
Yeah. You remember in the first movie where his uncle, Aaron, had gone wrong. Well, in this, Aaron is a mentor to the Prowler, which is alternate Miles Morales. But here's the thing. Most of this movie consists of him being ushered into this world of other Spider-Men that he only met a handful of the last time. There's tons. I haven't even uncounted spider people.
They even all point to themselves.
Spider horses.
They even point to themselves like
Spider
the meme.
Baby. Yeah, they do the point to themselves. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's really well done.
Yeah, Peter B. Parker has a daughter in this, which is adorable.
He is the best. He's one of the best characters in here. If you thought he was good in the other one, he's really good in this one too. He's a dad, and
Well, he takes a back seat. I mean, sure, yeah.
He does kind of take a. He had more. Of
Gwen is getting more of a role in
Gwen
this.
Gwen is great. And
I love
Peter
Gwen.
B. Parker had
this movie for Gwen.
Peter B. Parker had more of a front seat in the first movie, more of a mentor role. In this one, he's kind of encouraging and he's kind of he's like must be a good mentor because Spider-Man turned out so well.
Yeah. So the basic plot, I believe, is he's going about and he's going to like this college or high school, grade school, whatever on earth that he was applying for, but he's late to it. He's having to beat up the Spot while doing it, and then there's various shenanigans with that incident. Of course, that develops. So he's fighting this, and there's also this like speech at the like family reunion, I think.
Well, he's trying to live up to his parents' expectations, and it's not always going great. He's fighting the Spot, which is awesome and hilarious at the same time. How the Spot is doing stuff, and they're having that fight. He does tell him that the spider that bit him was from another universe, where he reveals his origin. Then he transports himself into himself, I guess, into a void or whatever. I'm talking about Spot, and he learns that there are other universes that have colliders just like the one in the first movie, so he can empower himself with them.
And of course, Gwen is also the star of this movie. She's in a band, and we're also getting her backstory of
her best friend Peter.
Her best friend Peter becomes the Croc.
Lizard.
The Lizard.
Yeah.
Not Killer Croc.
Yeah,
that's
sorry.
DC.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Becomes the Lizard instead of course, her dying in Amazing Spider-Man 2. This Peter Parker dies in the events of Amazing Spider-Man 1. And her dad is very disapproving of her and is sort of following in with J.J. Jameson in not liking Spider-Gwen. He tries to arrest her, upon which Gwen reveals her identity to him. But then,
he still wants to arrest
all the
her.
alternate Spider-Man, their society, their group pops in and is like trying to fix things.
They're trying to track down an alternate
they're
universe
trying to track down,
Vulture.
The Vulture.
They call him
the Vulture pops in. He's like Leonardo da Vinci style.
Yeah, he's an anomaly. He's from the Renaissance.
And so they're tracking him down. Gwen, her father is like captured in a bubble. He eventually escapes later in the movie. I don't know. Off screen.
They're tracking down the Spot. Later.
Gwen joins them.
Joins the secret society.
Upon to which we get Miles Morales' side of the story.
Yeah.
And Miles Morales' parents are afraid of him growing up, all this stuff, and that's got some beef. What happens after the family reunion?
What happens is they have the Spot, he fights the Spot while he's trying to have a meeting with the counselor.
And the dad gets thrown in there as well.
Yeah. So what happens is Gwen meets up with Peter, and they have to go stop the Spot because he's now transported himself to another universe where New York is very Indian. It's called Mumbatan.
So Bollywood, England. Bollywood, New York.
Bollywood, New York. So there's the Indian Spider-Man, and he is awesome. He's hilarious. Just got some great lines.
He's very full of himself. That's his character.
No, but it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, but he kind of has a point. And also Spider-Punk. He meets Spider-Punk.
He meets Spider-Punk there, but Miles hops into Gwen's portal. They do interact and meet his parents. She finds the Spot has ingested dark matter in order to refuel himself to get, of course, to a new dimension, the Indian dimension.
Oh, while they're in that Indian dimension,
and so Miles falls.
Miles saves somebody. He saves
saves the alternate version of the police officer who is her
his girlfriend's
the Indian Spider-Man's girlfriend's dad.
Yes.
Which causes, of course,
a canon event. Stuff starts falling apart.
They mess with the canon. So then Miles and Co are like, they go into the Super Spider-Man Society. They see all the cool stuff, but then Future Spider-Man gives him a little talk. He says, you messed with the canon event. You can't fix all this, and also you weren't meant to be.
His dad is supposed. Miles Morales' dad is supposed to die.
Yes, he's supposed to die to the hands of the Spot.
That's supposed to happen. So basically, they're going, okay, you need to be caught. We got to take you down. It's kind of reminds me of the whole thing with Doctor.
Yeah, but Miles Morales is rebelling. There's this climactic they chase him across this Nueva York, which is like this futuristic. It looks like it's in a biosphere, but I don't know. There's elevators going to the moon. It's got a space
train elevator going.
Like a highway going to the moon.
Yeah, which has got a great scene.
Of a rocket. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, he goes.
But they fight on that.
He goes back to
Spider-Man
the home base.
Gives them beef there. They're fighting there. There's a conflict, but then Miles is. Then he's sort of like, oh, I'm gonna.
With the go home machine, he sneaks in and goes to the go home this machine that takes you back
he sneaks
to the universe you're from.
It searches your beating him in the face and going like, I'm gonna be my own thing.
It searches his DNA and it sees that
he goes to the go home machine
he's from,
and it sees the dimension. But then he gets himself found in the 42 dimension instead of 16101 or something.
Right. He's supposed to go home to his home dimension, but he doesn't because the DNA from the spider that bit him is being sensed. And so he goes back to the wrong one. The wrong one that his original spider was from.
Yes.
And that's where they meet. The aforementioned bad guy Prowler, which is Miles Morales, and his uncle is alive, but his dad is not in this other universe. So
it's just great voice acting, beautiful
movie.
And
the Spot is wait.
Yeah, the Spot is going to be reintroduced later, but.
So basically, here's the thing: the Spot is going to go after Captain Morales
in the next movie,
and Miles, our Miles, is nowhere around to go stop it. Except we've got Gwen Stacy, aka Spider-Gwen, whatever you want to call her, Spider-Woman,
and motorcycle riding Spider-Woman.
Well, she's not teaming up with them. They basically say she says I'm getting a band together, and it's Peter B. Parker, Spider-Punk guy, Indian guy. Spider-Bite, which is a virtual avatar of another Spider-Girl. Basically, they're getting a little band together to go stop the Spot. It's nail biting. I don't know what's gonna happen in the next movie. It's very, very cool.
Just the first movie was really great, but these two movies combined are going to definitely.
The only disappointing thing about this movie at all, the only thing, ready,
is that they split it up.
Is that it's killing me. Like I want to know what happens next.
But we have to wait a year.
That's a good thing and a bad thing. A good thing is, and this happens all the time with part 1s and part 2s, is it builds up to it, and you're like, I want to know what happens next. You didn't get that with the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight, Dark Knight Rises, because it wasn't a true part 1, part 2. The way it ends, it's just kind of like, it leads to another story, but it doesn't necessarily. This one is
they deal with the Scarecrow,
the Joker,
but then the Joker hops in the next movie.
But here's the thing. You're talking about Batman Begins. Okay. No. So with this movie, it is a true part 1, part 2. It absolutely is. You have to come back for the next one.
And I would also definitely recommend this in streaming. Theater is definitely great, but people were sort of concerned, especially the producer, Phil Lord.
Yeah.
Was concerned about the volume being too low in theaters.
I didn't have that problem. I think they may have fixed it.
I would still go back because there were some lines I missed. I would have liked subtitles just for that.
We'll have to catch it on streaming when it comes out. But here's the thing: all in all, if you are a Marvel fan, go see this. If you're a Spider-Man fan, go see this. If you liked the first movie, go see it.
All the love for animation.
Yeah, yes, but if you don't like flashing lights, if you're sensitive to that, stay away from this and possibly Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's not. I didn't see any epilepsy warning, but there were sure lots of different.
They had epilepsy
moments.
Warnings for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but they didn't for this movie, which I don't understand because it was way more flashing in this than any other movie I've ever seen. All right, so it's a thumbs up for me. It's a solid A+, or I think The first one is very standalone. You could watch that one and never watch another one and be happy. But this next one does improve on the characters you love, and you're going to have to come back for part 3, and we'll be there.
So goodbye, Dangers.
Goodbye, Dangers. We love you guys. Thanks for going on this journey with us.
And we'll probably do this again for Beyond the Spider-Verse in a year, but in the meantime, we'll have podcast episodes.
What's the next one we're planning,
We've also been getting into different avenues, such as reactions now, a little bit of reactionary things.
Stay
of course,
tuned.
we've gone into theater reviews, because we wanted to go like, hey, we want to review the latest stuff in the theaters, because we saw some people on YouTube do that, and most of our we have a big, long planned list of seasons, and like the newest ones with the newest 2020 stuff.
What's our
is
next?
Literally just Marvel and DC at this point. So
what's our next movie we're planning on seeing? End of the month, we've got
Dial of Destiny.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Yep.
I don't think we're doing the Transformers: Rise of Beasts.
No.
Yet.
I want to expose you to the original animated series and the original animated movie before we even watch any of that stuff. You got to get the backstory. All right, so
goodbye, Dangers.
Goodbye, Dangers. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. We do recommend this movie. Check it out. You won't be sorry. I promise you.
Goodbye. Good night.